welcome back. Hope you're all keeping well. I don't know if you can quite see the tops of these two enclosures here next to me. Some of you may already know exactly what these enclosures are, even before you see the front of these. But lo and behold, checking around on Facebook, as you always do, and well, couldn't really turn these two down. Come up as pretty much of a bargain, so I'll bring you over, we'll have a quick look at them. I'll talk you through what they are, and then we're going to rehouse one of them right now. So, of course everything's all hiding away, but in this one here, if we can see it, we have the Grammostola pulchripes. Hiding away under there. And then in this one we have an LP, which you probably won't be able to see at the minute, but we'll show you in just a second, because we're going to rehouse this one first of all, and then we've got a couple of other rehouses to do after this. So what we'll do is we'll jump over now once I've pulled everything out, and then we'll catch up Right, so as you can see, I've now pulled out a few things just to make my life a little bit easier. And well, she's not been the nicest. Well, I say she, I'm unsure of sex so far. As I say, they come as sort of part of the deal really with the two enclosures. So, and we'll see how this goes, because kicking a few hairs there. Let's see if we can just walk her over onto the lid. A few more kicked hairs there. But nothing too bad. Well, from what she was anyway. Well, what we'll try and do is we will try and insert a couple of the pictures that we've just got of her, as I was trying to just pull out a few bits and pieces from her enclosure. I keep saying her, we're a little bit unsure, as I say. I mean, the guys told me that it is, but I'm not 100% sure, and we'll obviously wait till the next molt. But what we've done is Angel's actually set this up for it, which I believe to be a little bit more suited for it at this size. But I know it'll probably outgrow it in a molt or two. What I'll try and do is I'll just try and move and of course I've got a catch cup without my holes big enough. So gently just trying to get her to move on up. Being a little bit more calmer now than what it was. So as I say, we'll try and insert some pictures of what she was doing while I was obviously trying to take out a few bits and pieces, just while I made it easier for myself to get her into the catch cup. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll move on over to the next one, and I'll see you again in a sec. Right, so what we've decided to do is I've taken everything out. It was quite a nice little setup, but to be honest, I just don't like the amount of substrate and not knowing whether or not it's a male or not. So what I've decided to do is we're going to take this one out and we'll move it into something else that I've made up for it. What we'll do is we'll try and insert a picture somewhere in of what the enclosure looked like beforehand. We'll try and do this without getting any hairs kicked anywhere. And we seem to be not doing too badly with it at the minute. What we have here is the Gramastola polka piece, or the Shako golden knee. So like I say, what I've done instead, I've set this up. I think this looks a little bit better and nicer, gives them a nice few inches of substrate, around the 3-inch mark, going up to about 5 at the back here. So if it does actually decide on that it wants to dig at all, it can. What we'll do, we'll place it on down, try and take this off. Hopefully you're getting a nice look at it there. I'm going to have to try and get it to walk off the lid. And it's deciding that it's wanting to try and take a little walk out. So just use the trusty stick. Pop the lid on. So hopefully you've all had a good look at it there. Like I said, I'm not sure. He wasn't sure of sex with this one, so for the time being it'll go into this, and then once we find out if it's male or female, if it is female, then it'll probably move back into that enclosure as a little bit of a nicer setup. And so with that moved on in there, we're going to finish the video off. But if you haven't already, there's a little bit of a competition going on at the minute called Fatal Fangs 3. So if you haven't already, please go over and check out Amy at Pet Rock and Roll, who is running it this time. It was originally run by Sam over at Bug Realms, so if you haven't as well, go over, check him out. So what we'll do is we'll run a quick clip and we shall see you all again on the next one.